What's up, guys? Panther here, and we are here with our APA Season 4 Week 6 battle against our buddy Kelly, Under the Radar, and his Maryland Torterrapins. So, Kelly is having an amazing season so far. He's either 3-1 or 4-1. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he has a very, very scary team that he has used quite well this season. He has that Auroraville that is just so hard to play around, especially with the team that he has built. So you see just part of his threats up on the screen right now. And these are a very good 6 against me. Let's not even beat around the bush or anything like that. The Alolan Grimer, really had to come for the Abra on my team. It just really shut down Abra and always pursuit trapped it. And I actually did not bring Abra this week primarily because that Alolan Grimer. The Flabébé is good also just because it's so bulky and just can take continuous hits. It has good coverage for my mons also. I think it gets Psychic for Fungus, and it can do a lot of damage. And then he's got the Clamperl. He's got that thing leading the league in kills right now, so I think he's had a lot of fun with Clamperl this season. That thing is such a menace. Of course, he's got the Veal with the Alolan Vulpix. Whismur, I was a bit surprised to see. I don't have a normal resist aside from TYRUNT, so that's fair because if he eliminates TYRUNT, this thing can just Boom Burst. I don't even know if it gets Boom Burst. Maybe just Hyper Voice. I think all I saw was Hyper Voice in this battle. But then the Solosis is very scary. Of course, we played at week 3 against Miticus, but they had a trade. He brought Solosis over here, and Solosis is such a threat for my team because I don't have a Dark type, and it's just really threatening. It really forced me to bring Larvesta here in this situation also. But anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into things here, and we'll go over the team. So I have the TYRUNT. TYRUNT absolutely has a beautiful matchup against Kelly. Aside from maybe like a bulky Sandygast, he doesn't really have a lot of mons that want to take a hit from it. So TYRUNT's amazing here. Chinchou, I like Chinchou. I actually built this thing with Eviolite to live a hit from Timid Clamperl after the Shell Smash. So all of my mons, the goal for all of my mons in this match was none of these mons let Clamperl set up on it. So TYRUNT, I'm going to hit that thing with a strong Outrage. Chinchou, I'm going to hit it with my Electric Stab. Fungus, going to hit with my Grass Stab. Larvesta is going to pop its Buggy MZ on it. I brought Buggy M on this because I needed something to break Solosis in case it was like Calm Mind. Like Calm Mind Iron Defense or something like that. So I was kind of forced to bring this Larvesta that I brought. Larvesta does do well because you can always come in on that Flabébé and come in on that Alolan Vulpix also. But I was really forced to bring this type of Larvesta without any recovery or anything like that. I have Adamant Scarfed Starly here just because it just clicks Brave Bird against Kelly's team. It really does a lot of damage, and I'll go into it a little bit deeper here in just a second. And then I just have my Sandshrew, just because I'm bringing Larvesta. I want something to support Larvesta. I want Rapid Spin so I can get rid of the hazards. I won't knock off in case I need to remove the Eviolite from Solosis or Flabébé. Yeah, so like if Clamperl were to come in, I'm going to knock off that Deep Sea Tooth, and then my walls won't have any problems checking it. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the battle itself. So Veal was very scary for me. I really didn't know what type of Alolan Grimer he was going to bring. I figured he maybe some type of like Curse set. Curse could do potentially really well against me. I do have Fungus with Clear Smog though, and I also have it with a little bit of speed to make sure I'm outspeeding the Solosis just in case it is that Iron Defense Calm Mind set and I'll let it get out of hand by mistake. So yeah, just looking at preview here, I wanted to prevent Veil as best as I could. Hey Riley, wanted to prevent Veil best as I could. So my idea here was to lead off with the only mon that could prevent the Aurora Veil. So I wanted to go ahead and lead off with my Scarf Starly, and yeah, just click Brave Bird turn 1 because he has no flying resist. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and jump into it here and we can kind of see where this ends up. I can't even see your head. You're like sitting down low. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to lead with Starly here. And we're just going to click Brave Bird here turn 1. So obviously the Ninetales can destroy me with any type of stab attacks, but my plan was unless it is sashed or scarfed, I'm gonna have no problems with knocking this thing out here turn 1. So I'm just gonna click Brave Bird and see what he wants to bring in. So he brings in Rick Grimes, the Alolan Grimer here. Amazing nickname, but as you can see, Adamant Starly, especially in the hail, is just going to do so much damage to this thing, and it's not going to be able to do anything back. So he can't Shadow Sneak me. I'm part normal, so just going to go ahead and click Brave Bird again, and Starly's going to pick up a huge kill on the Grimer. That's really important too, because the Grimer did a lot of work to my team. Let's say if Sandshrew was no longer around. So now he goes out into Flabébé, and that tells me right there that this thing is his other Eviolite user. So I want to go ahead and switch out here because there's no way I can kill it, and I know Starly just has such a good matchup. So Larvesta is going to resist the Moonblast. I can go right out into that, and then I can either threaten it out, or I can just click Flare Blitz here and do a lot of damage to something, because he has no fire resist either. So while I may not get to pop my Bugium, I am just going to go ahead and take this opportunity, click Flare Blitz to do a lot of damage to this Flabébé, and as you can see, we do just that. He is packing the HP Rock, so really good bring on his part here to Oko the Larvesta. So that thing's gone. He does not have to worry about that anymore. There goes my Z user also, but now I'm free to just go right back out into Bird here and click Choice Scarfed, Reckless, Adamant, Brave Bird, and I'll tell you guys that there's really nothing funner than just clicking this move. So Starly claims its second life of the match, and Starly is putting us on its back these last couple of games. Now he goes out into the big player though, so he's got Clamperl out here now, and that's not good. So my plan is I've got to get as much damage off on this thing as possible. We know it's not Eviolite, so we know this is going to do a lot of damage, like 80%. And it does just that. So he's going to go ahead and fire off the Ice Beam here instead of Shell Smashing up. If he did not kill me, I would have made a sack, then went right back out into this and clicked Quick Attack to pick up the kill. But now it's dead, so I can go right out into Chinchou, and I can click Volt Switch. So that's just what I'm going to do. He's going to go out into the Alolan Ninetales, and I make a bit of a misplay here. So I click Volt Switch with this, and the better play for me would have been to click Thunderbolt, because it's going to 2-hit KO this thing. It would have came down to a speed tie on the following turn, but I make a huge misplay by going out into my TYRUNT, and I forget that Hail would hurt me this turn, and there goes my Sturdy. So big misplay on my part. I don't know what exactly he is going to do here, but he's going to just go and click Blizzard. That's fair. Not Chinchou. Sandshrew didn't really do anything at this point with Grimer dead. It was there mainly to check the Grimer if necessary. So that is what it is. But now I can go right back out into Chinchou, and as long as I win this speed tie, I should be okay. Go for the discharge, win the speed tie, but it does not die. But I do get the paralysis on it, and that's very huge for me, because this thing outsped and probably killed the rest of my team. Freeze Dry for this, Blizzard for Fungus, Blizzard / Moonblast for TYRUNT. Good game. It's over. So it would have came down to the speed tie on the following turn, because I'm sure he has the Freeze Dry. Well, I guess I am Eviolite too. I don't remember the calcs on that exactly. But we're going to knock out the Alolan Vulpix there. And yeah, there goes the Vulpix. So now he brings out the Whismur, and I just go for the safe Volt Switch. That tells me this thing is not scarfed, so it's probably choice specs. But I've got TYRUNT here that can take everything. So there's our TYRUNT. It's on the field, and this thing's a menace for Kelly to have to deal with. So we're going to pop that, get our berry juice. We're just in range of it, and we are sitting nice and full with no hail. So we're going to go ahead and just Dragon Dance right on up, and we're going to try to waste some turns in this Veil a little bit, because TYRUNT is looking really good. I want to get to a position to where I can knock these guys out, the Solosis, the Whismur, and the Clamperl behind the Veil. The main problem, of course, is the Solosis here at this point, so I just want to be able to do a lot of damage to it. So I've got 2 D-Dances up now. He's hit me with 2 Hyper Voices, and now I've definitely got to attack because that is all I can afford to do here. Now, even with Veil up, Outrage, plus 2 Outrage is definitely going to kill this thing. And it does just that. There goes the Whismer, and now he has the almost dead Clamperl and the Solosis. So, he goes out into Solosis. I don't know his set, what it is exactly. I'm just going to click Outrage. Turns out he has Magic Guard, Focus Sash, and he sets up a Trick Room here, which is incredibly scary. Now, my Fungus can actually live a Psychic. It is EV to live a Psychic from full. So I can go out to that if necessary. So he does have the Trick Room up. We're just going to sack the TYRUNT off now. Don't even remember if I was locked into Outrage or not at this point. But we're definitely just going to sack off TYRUNT. The Veil is gone, so we have stalled the Veil out. But now we can go out into our Chinchou because we cannot afford to let Fungus take a hit. So now he's going to fire off a big Psychic onto us. And the problem is that we want to Volt Switch out into our Fungus here. We don't want to let the Clamperl set up to +2. Here is my problem though. Trick Room is still up for another couple of turns, and if Clamperl is min speed modest, he is actually going to be able to OHKO my Fungus here with the Ice Beam. So I've got to switch out. I've got to stall this Trick Room because I'm almost positive that he is going to be min speed. So he's going to fire off the Ice Beam here, and now it really comes down to it. So now it's very, very pivotal here. If he Shell Smashes this turn, he wins. If he does not, I win the game from here because he should go for the Ice Beam on the Hidden Power Grass on the Chinchou. So I got into Fungus, actually live with 1. That tells me he is not modest. And then he goes for game trying to Shell Smash on, I guess maybe me misplaying, maybe me misclicking or something like that. It's all he could do at this point because it turns out he actually was not min speed. He was the 13 speed version of the Clamperl. So I felt like that end game we had to play the way we did just to make sure that we didn't get swept by that thing under Trick Room, because we very well could, because my Chinchou had taken 2 turns of Hail at that point, so I was not guaranteed to live the HP Grass anymore. So that was a really fun match. Really glad that I got the opportunity to play Kelly, and yeah, Starly put in a lot of work that game. That pickup, dropping Spearow and Shieldon for Beldum and Starly. Starly's just really put in a lot of work. I mean, it really broke early game. It picked up 3 kills against Vivid last week, but this Mon eliminated a Alolan Grimer from the match. It eliminated the Flabebe from the match. It did 90% to the Clamperl. It almost killed another 3 Mons here this week. That Scarfed Reckless Brave Bird just does so much damage. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Great game again to you, Kelly. Really excited to see the battle from your point of view. But we are now sitting at 4-2 on the season with 6 games to go, so we've bounced back from that rough 0-2 start. Next week we have another very, very challenging match against General Tarheel and his Charlotte Charizards, who's having a very good season also. So I'm playing the Fortnite Duo boys here, back to back here in the schedule. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.